Hey guys, what up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm Maryam. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing, creating a look with, and getting a verdict on the latest Juicy Boost collection, 2 palettes from Colored RAINE. If you are not familiar with Colored RAINE Cosmetics, let me give you a little synopsis. Colored RAINE started in 2013, which is actually around the time when I started posting makeup content on the gram, so I've watched this brand grow up and I've been following them all along. So I'm really excited about this collection because it's so colorful, and it also speaks to the brand DNA. They've always been very colorful, very pigmented, inclusive of all skin tones. In fact, this is a Black-owned makeup brand founded by a woman. It is also 100% Black operated. I am so here for that. Really excited for this look that I created on my face. I feel like it's really cute, but watch until the end for that final verdict. Also, this look is mask friendly because the focus is obviously on the eyes. With that said, let's get to this video. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get to it. Colored RAINE Juicy Boost collection. Are you juicy or dry? So here we have this very fun little promo card, Juicy Boost. The colors are very vibrant and popping. I love the whole vibe. I feel like this is very inspiring and it's just uplifting my spirits. I love bright colors. It's something that just instantly boosts my mood. I don't know if it does the same for you, but it definitely does that for me, which is actually why I gravitated towards reviewing this collection. I just thought it was so fun and so colorful. When I opened up the box, it just spoke to me. So here we have 2 palettes in the Juicy Boost collection. It's actually the exact same palette, 2 different formats. So we have the Juicy Boost Flat Lay palette, which is a larger type of palette. So bright, my camera can't focus on it. Look at that. Guys, how fun is this? So many different colors. Everything is just popping. Everything looks like fruits and veggies. In fact, this collection was actually inspired by Lorraine, who's the founder of Colored RAINE. It was inspired by Lorraine's love for juicing and for vegetables and for fruits. So this speaks to me. This speaks volumes to me because I am a huge fan of fruits. Also vegetables, but mostly fruits. Got fun names: Watermelon Detox, Berry Beet, Pink Grapefruit, Mint Leaves, Kale, yeah, I love it. And then the second palette that we have here is, again, the same palette, but it's in a book format. Basically, you open it up to the first page, and you have the first half of the original palette comparison, and you flip it to the next page, and basically you have the second page of the same palette. Pretty cool, pretty innovative. I definitely see the purpose of having both formats. This, I think, is just a little bit easier to store because it's a little bit more compact, and also it's just so cool that you can open it up this way like a book. This reminds me of the Pure X Raw Beauty Christie palette. Similar sort of packaging. This, however, is something that I would probably prefer because I could see all the colors laid out in front of me, so it's a little bit easier to just see what you're working with in case you want to create a really colorful gradient type of look. But again, it's a matter of preference. Each one of these palettes is $52. And let me give you some key points to note. Vegan, cruelty-free, made in USA. Both palettes have magnetic base, making it easy to remove the pans. Ah yes. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. 23 grams in total. High intensity reflect dazzlers, 3 of those. 15 ultra butter mattes. Also, I must add, in this collection, we have a Juicy Boost tumbler. Very cute. I almost made myself a watermelon shake this morning, but I didn't have enough time, so I'll do that after the video. And they included this very cool Juicy Boost umbrella. I would show you what it looks like, but we are indoors, so I won't, because I am superstitious. All right, so now without further ado, I kind of want to go ahead and give you guys some swatches. There's definitely a lot of colors in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch some of the colors from both palettes just to make sure that the quality is exactly the same. Why wouldn't it be? But just because we're here, we might as well just do it. Let's go ahead and swatch some of these dazzlers. I'm gonna go for this Blueberry Burst. Ooh, look at that. I mean, dazzling, and it matches my scrunchie. Love that. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the Blueberry Burst from this palette just to make sure that it's the exact same thing. Looks like it is. Same buttery, beautiful formula. Look at that pigment. I mean, the glide. This is sickening. All right, next up, I want to swatch this Cucumber Avocado because this is a pretty pale looking shade. So I'm wondering how pigmented it actually is. Picks up a lot of pigment, which is actually something that Colored RAINE is really known for. It doesn't swatch as great as I hoped, but let's double dip and let's see what happens. A little bit better at the double dip, but it is a very pale shade. This is one of those shades that might probably need to be combined with a bunch of different colors. All right, let's go for Mint Leaves, which is like the darker green. Very, very buttery and soft. Let's swatch that Cranberry Vanilla. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the Cranberry Vanilla from the book. Formula is identical, swatches the same. Next up, let's go for Watermelon Detox. This is a super vibrant, almost neon factor type of color, although I don't think the neon actually translates on camera, but man, does it translate on the swatch. Looking at the mirror, this color is so poppin'. Wow. Let's see how it swatches from the book. Pinch dryer. But really not like too drastic of a difference. I guess with a shade like that, formulations will vary from batch to batch, but it's not a drastic difference that I would call a game changer or anything like that. You know, I'm really into this Lemon Wheatgrass shimmery shade. It looks so beautiful. Just like the stunning shimmery olive lime type of shade. Look at that. That is truly mesmerizing. Let's go for turmeric shot. Beautiful orange. That swatch literally looks like my turmeric mask. All right, let's swatch this orange carrot. Let's swatch that sweet potato mango. Beautiful. And one more. I want to swatch this kale yeah, which is a super dark, almost blackened green. Really curious about this color. Oh my, that is gorgeous. Gonna swatch kale yeah from the book as well, just to see if there's any discrepancies. Nope. Let me also go ahead and swatch that Lemon Wheatgrass, because that was just such a gorgeous color. Beautiful. Beautiful. So the formulas of these shadows are identical from one palette to the other. Some shades though, I will say, are probably like a batch to batch situation just because they're harder to formulate. So consider that as a fact, especially when it comes to neon factor types of shades. Also keep in mind that swatches aren't everything. I personally don't go by swatches at all. I know you guys like to see swatches conducted on my channel, especially when the swatch model is involved. But to me, swatches aren't really a big determinant of how good an eyeshadow will apply and how good it will perform. It's just like a quick glimpse at the texture and mainly at the color compilation as a whole. It's time to create a Juicy Boost look. Are you guys ready? All right, so for my look today, I'm gonna be using the flat lay palette just because, like I said, it's easier for me to see which colors I'm working with when they're all laid out in front of me. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna remove this protective film from the mirror. Oh, that sounded so good and so satisfying, ASMR. For my lid prep today, I'm gonna be using this Fenty primer. What else is new? I find that a lot of people who are into super vibrant, bright, pigmented types of eyeshadows tend to lean towards the P. Louise base, but I, for the life of me, have not found a way to love that P. Louise base. I know it's really popular, I know people swear by it, but I just don't really like it. It's okay, but it's not better than my Fenty. And moreover, I find that it's not oil preventative enough for me and my very oily AF lids. So I need something stronger. Yes, it's good as an eyeshadow base to grip your shadows, but with someone with oily AF skin like me, it's just not good enough for preventing my oils from seeping through. Lids are prepped and primed. Let's see, I'm really inspired by this whole vibe here. Oh, and by the way, how cute is this little booklet? It actually has some cold pressed juice recipes and some benefits of the ingredients. This is awesome. I'm gonna save this. What I do like about these colors is that you can create a gradient of a color. So you could definitely create a green look with the cucumber, avocado, mint leaves, and the lemon wheatgrass, or you could use this whole row to create a yellow orange look, or you could just stick to the pinks, or you can go with the blues. Like, the possibilities for color are definitely endless, and I am a little stumped. I don't know what to go for, but I like what this guy model has on his eyes here. Just looks like a splat of colors all over his face. All right, so I figured it out, guys. I am going to dip my Lauralee Los Angeles L17 flat brush into this Watermelon Detox, which is this super vibrant, ultra bright hot pink. Palette is a little heavy for me to hold, so I'm gonna use a little handheld mirror today. Ooh, this one's dirty. And what I'm gonna start doing is painting this color over the movable part of my lid. Pinch of fallout with this one, to be expected, but nothing crazy, nothing dramatic or out of the ordinary. Applies rather nicely actually, and rather seamlessly. Love that. All right, so I'm gonna just keep it on the movable part of my lid. So when I close my eyes, it almost looks like a liner because that's how little lid space I have, but that's okay. We're gonna build it up. I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. I will mention that my eye shape is a little bit different today. You notice how it's drooping more than usually? That's because I have this massive, super painful zit right here under my eyebrow, and unfortunately it has made this whole area really swell up, and it's kind of tender to the touch, so I'm trying to be really careful today, but I can't front and pretend like I'm not pissed. Some of these pimples, man, I swear they're out to ruin my life, but I won't let them. Also, I have to mention, on the back of the palette, it says that there are certain colors that are not intended for immediate eye area. Those are strawberry apple, cranberry vanilla, sweet ruby, berry beet, and watermelon detox. Boom, 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 and boom. Damn, all the colors that I want to use today. So I know sometimes makeup brands have to say that, and I know I'm using a color that's not really intended for the immediate eye usage. You don't want this to get in your eye because these are the types of colors that tend to make your eyes water. So I'm being very careful, and I would suggest the same for you. Be very careful when using these reds or any reds from any brand close to your eye area. I think I want to go for apple strawberry, another shade that's not intended for eye usage, but I'm doing it anyway. This is a really vibrant red. Just gonna apply that right to the outer corner, kind of surround the pink, and also extend that outer corner a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take the Sigma X Trend Mood brush. This is the Pencil E30 brush and the shade Berry Beet, which is like a slightly more subdued version of the hot pink. I'm gonna add that right on top, just kind of surrounding this whole area and giving it a much more subtle wash, like that. All right, so now that I've painted the color on, I'm ready to blend it out. I'm gonna use this Trend Mood E25 blending, and I'm just gonna start erasing those edges, making everything a lot smoother and just a lot more wearable. Actually, seems that this eyeshadow is blending out really nicely. I don't have anything on the brush, so I'm just using a clean brush to blend out that vibrancy, to tone it down, and to make it a little bit more blended with my skin tone so it's not so harsh. My blend is going pretty well. So I'm gonna go back to the apple strawberry and just re-emphasize a bit here. But so far, honestly, these eyeshadows are really speaking for themselves. They're really easy to use, really bright, really pigmented. This would pop so nicely on any skin tone. All right, so now that I have this very bright upper lid, I actually want to add something a bit more wearable. So I'm gonna go for this Citrus Zinger, which is a pale yellow shade. I'm gonna add that right to my brow arch, and I'm gonna be overlapping that border with the pink. So essentially I'm just cleaning up that line further, just making it a little bit more blurry, a little bit more wearable and less harsh. I'm using a tiny no-name brush. Actually, it says Small Chisel Fluff, but no brand. That is looking lovely, you guys. All right, same thing here. Ooh, gotta go over that zit. Also going to surround my inner corner with that same yellow. All right, boom, boom. And then just one more swipe with a blending brush. So cool. All right, for the center of the lid, I am going to reach for that Sweet Ruby. That is one shade that I didn't swatch. It kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty textures from her Neon palettes. Definitely very similar, chunky type of texture. I'm gonna just plop that to the center of the lid for a nice necessary pop. That is beautiful, you guys. Definitely a burst of something juicy. And do you see how that just transformed the whole eye look? I'm kind of obsessed right now. I think applying eyeshadows like this straight with your finger is a little bit easier than applying them with the brush. You could really feel where to place them and how to spread them. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really feeling this look so far. Wait till I'm done. Wait for it. I like when I'm actually enjoying the process of makeup application. Just makes it so much more fun for me. I'm just gonna pull out the shape a little bit more towards the tail end of the brow using that same Trend Mood brush. Just pulling it out and cleaning it up. I'm gonna use this One Size Bodacious Black gel liner. I'm gonna line my waterline, top and bottom. I'm also gonna smudge just a little bit of that liner right here on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that Berry Boost and just use that to smudge under the eye. I'm not going into my waterline. Again, I'm trying to steer free from getting inside my eye. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit more black underneath and in between the lashes and then seal that with the Berry Boost. And then I'm gonna take a small brush and this pink grapefruit and I'm gonna blur out that line on the bottom. Woo, hot fire. All right, kind of fun coming through. Yes. Okay. I feel like I'm ready for a music video or something. Have you just noticed every single influencer has been creating music videos? Not every single one, but definitely a lot. I need to make my own. Ooh, 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 ooh. Next thing I want to do, I think a little bit more of that Sweet Ruby. I think I want a bit more of that pop all over the lid, just like that. I love that. And I think I'm ready for liner. For liner today, I'm gonna be using One Size Point Made. I've been liking this marker. I don't typically like marker liners, but this one's really good. It has not disappointed me. Okay, I wasn't initially gonna go for a black liner on top, but I did make a mistake right here while tight lining, so now the only way to fix it is to go over it. All right, I'm back. Lashes are on. I'm wearing the Love Lashes Style Dreamy. I feel like these are perfect for this look. They don't cover it up, but they add that little necessary oomph that I was looking for. And now for my lips, I'm gonna add this Sigma liquid lip in Cor-de-Rosa. I love this color, by the way. This shade is definitely going to make it into the faves portion of my faves and fails this month. Just such a gorgeous shade, goes with everything. Do we need a little highlight bling? I'm gonna keep it simple today for my highlighter. I'm gonna use Laura Mercier Translucent Glow Setting Powder. And just like a smidge of that, matter of fact, I'm gonna start the glow kind of like from my forehead just to add a bit of a highlight right there. I'm gonna go down my nose bridge, highlight my chin just a bit, and then I'm kind of gonna go across my freckles right here in the most protruding part and then just bring it back. Just want it to be glowy but not competing with the eyeshadow because there's already a lot going on the eyes. All right, looking good. In case you're wondering, for my foundation today, I'm wearing the Physicians Formula Sunscreen Foundation, which, although hard to apply because it is a sunscreen and you have to put in a little muscle in order to spread it across your face, is actually a really, really nice foundation for the summertime. I feel like it's great for my oily AF skin and it looks really fresh, really natural, and great on my skin. Plus, I love the undertones. They're actually skin-like. Moving along. I had to get an appropriate shirt to wear because I feel like I was just a little bit too subdued for this juicy boost. But now that I'm dressed a little bit more on theme and also with my lady back here, I feel like I'm ready to deliver this verdict and show off this final look. First and foremost, let's talk about Colored Raine's DNA. Their DNA is colorful, it's vibrant, it's poppin', it's pigmented, and it's also inclusive of all skin tones. So these are the types of shadows that will look good on everyone, from the fairest to the deepest and everything in between. So because of that, I have always been a fan of Colored Raine. I love their brand identity. I love what they stand for. And I have to say, this palette did not disappoint one bit. I thought it was super fun, super vibrant, very pretty. Tons of possibilities are available with this one palette right here. And honestly, I feel like the shadows spoke for themselves. They were fun to use. They were great on application. Swatches were kind of meh, but like I said, that's not a determinant at all, by no means, for how well an eyeshadow will apply. For that, I'm gonna give this palette a high rating of an 8.5 out of 10. The reason why it's not getting a 9 is because it does include some pinks and some colors that aren't necessarily meant to be used in your immediate eye area. But I will say that I appreciate wholeheartedly that Colored Rain actually labeled this on their palette. So many brands don't do this because they haven't done this ever from the beginning, and now they feel like they're kind of immune from telling us that some of these pinks and reds and violets and purples are not really safe for eye usage, which is why you tend to tear up, because no one tells you that you may not want to put that in your waterline. Anyways, I'm glad that Colored Rain did this. Bottom line is I was able to come up with a really beautiful look that I'm proud of, that I really like. I like this collection. I like both of these palettes. Whichever one you choose to go for is up to you, whether you like a larger palette or something a little bit more compact. That just depends on your preference, but I appreciate the option. That is my video. That is my story. I am sticking to it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, support Colored Rain because it is a female, Black owned and operated brand, which is amazing. And by supporting this brand, you will also be supporting a minority business. That said, I am zooming on out. Click on my other 2 videos that I have placed here for you so that you can click on them. Love you guys. I will see you in the next one.